Good morning, everyone, and today's gonna be a busy day.
It's that time again.
Nice, that's another video down. With me watching CBeebies, I've started to notice things like comparing the content back then to the stuff we get now. Back then, it was all like maybe like 90% physical stuff. Like, even like the animated stuff was like stop motion, so they were actually putting effort in. Nowadays, you can do stop motion and all that so easily with the programs they've got going and like all the 3D animation because, it's cheaper. It's easier to work with than actual physical stuff. And, people in suits and all that, they couldn't quite emote with their masks. But it's the sort of charm that it had, and maybe because I was a kid while watching, I've got that nostalgia and it's like a safe place, and I'm kind of biased towards it. Shows like Brum, you'd never get that nowadays. It's just like this small car. They had like a proper animatronic as well, where like you would have like, with those masks I was saying, Brum had basically all of this personality without even speaking dialogue. It's so good. I feel like the content is basically the same. It's just different. I want all the shows that I watched as a kid to come back. I mean, Teletubbies is still a thing, except they've kind of transformed it. Apparently with a Netflix deal, instead of just like one son, there's like multiple sons, multiple kids with like different races and stuff, skin colours and all that. And it's bizarre. I watched a video actually where basically, turns out when the Teletubby son woke up, all that baby saw was like war, destruction, people hurting each other, and that son lost their mind and destroyed the earth. And the survivors had to come up with like they made the Teletubbies in the lab, and the Teletubbies are there to entertain that son so that humanity can survive. I love that theory. And then it was like, all of these different faces on the sun. It was like, how the heck can you possibly do that? They did their job too well at entertaining the sun and then attracted more suns to the earth. And, I love that theory. It's awesome. And it's made Teletubbies so much more interesting to me. But, yeah, with the Teletubbies and, I forgot what the babies are called. They're just the absolutely most horrendous CGI I've seen. It's just like, oh my gosh. But I feel like even back then, there's stuff like Bits and Bobs, where the CGI in that was like, it's way worse. But, because I watched it as a kid, it has that charm to it. It won me over previously. Hypocrisy, that's the word. Hypocrisy. Maybe there's just this narrative that's been pushed and assumed. Maybe it's like an inbuilt thing for humans to assume that life is worse now than it was previously. And I don't know. I don't think anything is really different. Mind blown. It's just you. You've changed. Your environment has changed, and I feel like you miss when times were simpler. The only pressure that is on you is the pressure you choose for yourself. I'm done matching beauty standards. I don't know if it's because the media has pushed these beauty standards or because I learned from certain things, stuff got into my subconscious, and then I developed these kind of beauty standards for myself. Nowadays, I feel like I just have to care less and just enjoy life more, no matter what is in my life. Because how else am I supposed to do this? I have two choices. One, I can spend the rest of my life working towards things, like longing for them, like, but I want that. Why don't I have that? Or I could just take a look at what I have now and appreciate as much as I can and attract that kind of energy. That's how the law of assumption works. If you're always focused on working towards something, that's the energy you're giving out. The search never ends. So just stop and enjoy life now, and you will be surprised by what turns up. When I got back, my phone time said 14:14, and then I hung my coat up. 14. I just saw the camera say 14 as well. What the heck? For 14, you can also count like 4, 8, 12, and then 14 episodes. The prologue's there, so it's technically 15, but that's not an episode. So 14 again. It keeps appearing. But yeah, I'm going to be watching Before the Flood and The Girl Who Died. Meanwhile, the day is so busy, I'm going to be getting my steps while watching this stuff. So, see you then. Recording this at 15:15 on the phone. And I've been persuaded to change my shirt for now. So that, because I'm going to sweat probably before I end up doing a certain thing. I'm trying to keep it a secret. Stop asking for it. I mean, it's probably a flipping 2-minute video. You don't have long to wait anyway. Apparently I'm watching CBeebies Octonauts and we've got a visitor. I'm just pacing up and down. Meow. I remember the old floor was like wood and it was really hard on my feet. So now, you know, everything's great. Meow. I'm literally crouching to show that my food's basically here and I'm about to have a special guest round who swears. So if you don't like hearing that, this video is not for you. Of course. Meow. Meow.
Yeah. Yes!
Thanks, Mum, for pasta.
You're trying to melt the witch, aren't you?
Yeah.
I tried it before and it works. It's great.
Yeah, that was exactly like all these other characters were just a side thing. I wanted to know if you knew about this
is that it?
animation. Yeah.
I knew Aquaman was a boring character. Why would you use it? I want to go through the wormhole again and get Gizmo to go, bright light! You know you've got a flying character.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I didn't do that. Oh, is it below me?
Forward.
Oh.
You look at the radar, see absolutely nothing and go, is it below me? It's not on the map.
I see.
I'm trying to be kind, but you're not making good choices. I haven't heard that before. Looks like we're going to have to go back and forth. But it's a game I love playing.
Look at this! It's unbelievable!
Is that actually Christopher Lloyd as
yeah,
well? Nice.
I love him.
Alright, thanks, Alphaba. Nice.
Nice.
Not when you fought Sutek, fuck's sake.
That's online now.
I think I mixed Vortex and Sutek together.
Lord Vortex.
Yeah.
Vortex. You've dug a grave here, haven't you?
Alright.
Bit closer.
Why do these things
Alright, thanks, Batman.
be so bright? It's like using a vortex manipulator, but worse.
You don't understand, every time 12 talks in this game, I'm like, yes!
Christmas. I need to watch this movie. I never watched it.
I don't even know if I did. It was on my list of movies I was watching. Stop laughing.
He nearly took away Gizmo. Okay.
That does confirm we're going to get Gizmo's lines though.
Mm-hmm.
Or not?
No lines at all there.
Never mind.
I totally didn't miss. Okay.
Why are you annoyed?
Okay.
Chat ban this guy. Wait, chat?
Are you sure it exists?
What do you mean I'm sure? I've already had this line.
Okay, I believe you. But
I
my Tommy
remembered-
gun don't. You get that reference?
What?
I said, okay, I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't.
No.
Home Alone.
I haven't watched that in a long time.
Watched it recently. I watch it every Christmas.
He said it! We made so much progress today. Oh no, it wasn't recording. Ha 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 ha. Just heard a new noise and I want to record it, so. That was new also. Please don't block the screen. If it happens and you've done that. That was it. Nice, okay. Well, thanks for joining us. That was very productive. So I've just returned from, surprise, surprise, stage hosted a Christmas party. Thank you for inviting me. That was awesome. And yeah, basically Marcus was here. He left right as I had to leave the house. And yeah, we've spent a couple hours. Well spent in my opinion. And I'm just going to explain quite a few things here. First of all, I was suggested to switch trousers before going, and clearly I was in a mad rush and forgot. Well done. What other... Come on, Aidan. One of the only times I get to wear this shirt. They made it for me. I don't know what year it was, but it is kind of old. I was given this at the party. I'll turn the light off actually. It looks so pretty, and I guarantee it looks prettier in real life. This was like the perfect way to like calm down my autistic brain, where I was just kind of like wrapping it around my hand. Because you know me, in social situations like that, I'm like, inside. So I had to have some kind of distraction, and you know, this just worked. It was just nice just having that and just doing this kind of, and every now and then kind of just doing that. You know, it's really fun to do that. And you know, if you want to go to a social gathering or something like that and have too many like internal screaming going on in your head, perhaps this isn't even just for autistic people. Like, this can be done. I don't mean get this exact thing, just find anything that you can just distract yourself with. And you know, it improves social situations, really. I enjoyed that. And it was chaos. There was a ton of kids dancing. And when I went there, I went alone, by the way. I've never done this, or at least not for many, many years. And yeah, Marcus went to the Halloween one when Stage hosted it, and he didn't want to do it this time around. I don't blame him. Social situations are ridiculous. Like, why would I have done that? Just why'd you do it, Aidan? Come on. I did it because, you know, I want to just spend time with people. I've been isolated in this room. I mean, I live in the house with like 4 other people, I think. I don't know. I think it was like 6 of us at one point, and that's what's confusing me. But I don't know. I feel like when I live this kind of spiritual life, I find myself being at peace with, you know, anything really. But it's nice to go out and actually just spend time with other people. But yeah, I went there, and the people who look after me normally at Stage, this is a different building, the party, but you know, they were there and they invited me to go over to their table. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate being looked after. It's amazing. And yeah, this has kind of persuaded me to go to places solo in future because, you know, maybe it gives off that kind of impression, that confidence that, you know, oh, everything will work out. And, you know, it gives the universe that kind of room to introduce other elements into your life. So just simply, just take a risk, I suppose. I mean, I'm tempted to go to the cinema alone and just see what happens. Maybe I encounter people. The thing is, I don't feel like doing that kind of thing where, like, oh, let me go up to them. Let me go up to like 100 people in a week or something and, you know, improve my social skills. The thing is, I just don't find small talk important enough for me to get out my comfort zone to do it. I mean, I will go to these places like parties and stuff with people I know. Even then, it was kind of like, normally I'm with at least someone, like a friend that I can bounce off of. This time round was a bit of a risk and it worked out. But what if I go to the cinema alone? Who would I bounce off of? I don't know. Perhaps some random people would just come up to me and have conversations. It could happen. And, you know, there's got to be more moments in my life where this happens, where I am taken into these environments. The universe takes me to these places where I must go in order to improve as a person, but as well as, you know, I don't know, help other people. But back to the party, basically, it wasn't all just sitting there doing this. There was, I think we did the cha-cha slide, and it brought me back to when I saw some ridiculous person, like, yeah, let's do the cha-cha slide in full knight armor. It was funny to watch. And the prize was, you know, chocolate, which, look at me. Do you think I eat chocolate anymore? I quit about 2 to 3 weeks ago. I've purposefully lost count so that I'm not going to go, oh, but then this day, yeah, that's the count. This day, that's the count. I forget about it. And then I look for the first time in maybe like flipping half a year and go, whoa, okay, that flew by. It's easier when you're focused on other things to get, would you call it like a streak maybe? And later on we did pass the parcel with another box of chocolates and I lost, but when I got back to the table my phone said 2020, so you know that's a better prize than they could have given me, really. And yeah, I noticed at a roundabouts maybe 1:45 I was like, oh, maybe I want to eat at 8. So I'm like, okay, my parents have already like discussed this with me, like, oh, just we'll pick you up when you text us. And I was like, okay, let me text. Okay, and they arrived at flipping like past, or even maybe even 1:45, 9. Is it really 9? Oh, okay. I went looking for the phone. Flipping heck, it's 9. I was supposed to eat at 8 today, but you know, I went to a party, got out of my comfort zone, and I found myself kind of in this situation too, where, you know, I can't deny it. I can't just put on an act. I have to be authentic. That's the point. You just kind of have to distract yourself from it and work on productive things. But, you know, when I'm in these situations, I'm like, oh, is this where I'm going to meet my soulmate? That would be amazing. And, you know, previously I've gotten in my head about it, like, oh, time's running out. Like, I don't see anyone that resembles, like, who I would want to be with, that kind of thing. Nowadays, I've gotten to the point where maybe I'm not 100%, like, completely beyond that. Like, nah, I'm unaffected. But this time round, I was much better. I was just like, I'm here to have fun, and fun was had. I enjoyed that, and I really want to go to places on loan more in future. We'll see what happens, what opportunities show themselves. You're feeling very sleepy. When you wake up, you will subscribe to the Aidan Gray YouTube channel. and bring all your friends to it. I didn't say anything. So fun thing actually, well, I don't know who left this door open, but when I came back it was open, and turns out Max had got in, and my mum went to chase him out and noticed the floor was in need of hoovering, and you know, my parents worked together and hoovered the floor colony. Okay, I can do better. There we go, that's the best you're gonna get. Meanwhile, like, a really good source of protein is tuna, so I'm gonna be relying on that, and you know, I'm having to just try to balance. Now, I'm trying to get like 250 grams of protein at the moment, and you know, with the switch over to like non-processed food when I move into the new house, I am going to probably hit a lot less than 250. I mean, when I was going at it, I was hitting like maybe 200 grams of protein, but it was like proper good protein. Oh, anyway, moving on. Whoa, okay, this is the end of the video, so if you got this far, put blanket in the comments. Anyways, and if you haven't already, leave a like and subscribe. Anyways, I love you all. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.